Fractions. We always like our final answers when working with fractions to be reduced. Reducing fractions is simply done by dividing both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So working with fractions is a very important foundation to algebra. Here we will briefly review reducing, multiplying, dividing, adding, and subtracting fractions. So we have here the example, 36 over 84. Both numerator and denominator are divisible by 4. So 36 divide 4 is equal to 9. 84 divide 4 is equal to 21. So both numerator and denominator are divisible by 3. So 9 divide 3 is equal to 3. 21 divide 3 is equal to 7. So this is our solution. In this example, we could have been done in one step by dividing both numerator and denominator by 12. We also could have divided by 2 twice and then divided by 3 once, in any order. It is not important which method we use as long as we continue reducing our fraction until it cannot be reduced any further. So in multiplication, the easiest operation with fraction is multiplication. We can multiply fractions by multiplying straight across, multiplying numerators together and denominators together. So example, 6 over 7 times 3 over 5. Multiply numerators across and denominator across. So the solution is 18 over 35. So in multiplying, we can reduce our fractions before we multiply. So we can either reduce vertically with a single fractions or diagonally with several fractions as long as we use one number from the numerator and one number from denominator. So example, 25 over 24 times 32 over 55. Reduce 25 and 55 by dividing by 5. So reduce 32 and 24 by dividing by 8. So 5 over 3 and times 4 over 11. So multiply numerators across and denominator across. So the solution is 20 over 33. So in division, dividing fractions requires us to first take the reciprocal of the second fractions and multiply. Dividing fractions is very similar to multiplying with one extra step. So example, 21 over 16 divide 28 over 6. Multiply by the reciprocal. 21 over 16 times 6 over 28. So reduce 21 and 28 by dividing by 7. So reduce 6 and 16 by dividing by 2. So 3 over 8 times 3 over 4. So multiply numerators across and denominator across. So the solution is 9 over 32. In addition and subtraction, to add and subtract fractions, we will first have to find the least common denominator or LCD. There are several ways to find an LCD. One way is to find the smallest multiple of the larger denominator that you can also divide the small denominator. So, example, find the LCD of 8 and 12. So the solution is we can divide 24 by 8 and 24 by 12. So the answer is 24. So, in adding and subtracting fractions is identical in process. If both fractions already have a common denominator, we just add or subtract the numerators and keep the denominator. So we have here the example, 7 over 8 plus 3 over 8. It has the same denominator, so add the numerator 7 plus 3 is equals to 8. So, 10 over 8. Reduce answer by dividing by 2. So solution is 5 over 4. So another example, 13 over 6 minus 9 over 6. So it has the same denominator. So subtract the numerators. 13 minus 19 is equal to 4. Okay, so 4 over 6. So reduce answer dividing by 2. So solution is 2 over 3. We have here another example of if the denominators do not match, we will first have to identify the LCD and build up each fraction by multiplying the numerators and denominators by the same numbers so the denominator is built up to the LCD. So, 5 over 6 plus 4 over 9, LCD is 18. Multiply first fraction by 3 and second by 2. So 15 over 18 plus 8 over 18. So same denominator and numerators, 15 plus 8. So the solution is 23 over 18. So another example, 2 over 3 minus 1 over 6. So the LCD is 6. So multiply first fraction by 2. The second already has a denominator of 6. So 4 over 6 and minus 1 over 6. So same denominator. Subtract numerator. 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 over 6. So reduce answer by dividing 3. So we have here the solution 1/2.